So this is Captain Crook. He is very energetic and he has the American Bulldog brain. So you definitely want some consistency with him. And he is headstrong and he's going to try and bully his way through whatever he wants. So we definitely like to put structure on him. I'm using a transition leash which puts pressure over his nose. And so every time he goes to get up, I'm simply putting a little pressure up on the leash until he sits, and then I'm releasing the pressure. So my goal is to always have a little bit of slack in the leash, whether he's sitting or whether we're moving. When I'm not moving, when I'm standing still, he should be sitting still at all times. The second the butt comes up, I'm going to put a little pressure until he sits, and then I'm going to release. And the goal is to get him to exercise his own self-control and his own self-restraint while on the leash. Now, just because I'm moving does not mean he should move. So if I am coming into a door with groceries and my purse and I need to be moving around, that doesn't mean he should move around. His butt does not come off the ground until I give him the verbal command of let's go. Now that's the command I use, but if you switch it to something else, that's fine as long as you are consistent with it. So when I give the command, he's going to come with me and he should stay in place. Let's go. Let's go. And then when I come back to my standing position, I'm going to put pressure until he sits and then release. And this is just going to help so that he's not pulling on the leash, rushing through doors, or any of that nonsense. We're going to do the same thing whenever we go in and out of the door. He's going to sit when we come up to it. As I'm opening it, once I step through, he's going to sit again as I'm closing it, locking it, whatever I need to do. And again, this is just going to teach him that he can't rush ahead of us. So we're going to walk on over to the door, we're going to go out, and then right back in. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, Crook, let's go. Stubborn. There we go. So I'm coming up to my door. Let's go. Pressure up. We're going to sit. He's distracted by the bird. When I open my door, I want him to remain seated, but if he goes to get up, I'm simply going to put a little pressure on him, and he's going to move. Put pressure up until he sits. Release. Let's go. He says, I don't want to go back to the kennel. As soon as I'm out, I'm going to make him sit again so that I can come in, close my door, sit, whatever I need to do, and he should remain seated until we come back in. Let's go. Pressure up. He will sit, and then I'm going to come in and close my door. If you do this every time he comes in and out of the house, you're not going to have him rushing through doors, you're going to have him less likely to be pulling on the leash, and he's going to be a better behaved, calmer dog. Sit. And you can see if right now he sees someone out there, so he's excited. And if he is excited, he's going to be a little harder to get through to his focus. So you're just going to want to keep consistent pressure up as he works through that struggle and then sits. We want to avoid that jerking sit, sit, sit. And we want to get used to doing steady pressure up until he sits, and then we're going to release. Otherwise, you want to make him behave. You want to make him come up and sit. Every interaction with your dog should be a training opportunity. Make him come to you, make him sit, make him behave. Don't let him jump on you. He's an American Bulldog, and he's young, and he's energetic and fun. And you're going to be getting an awesome member of your family. We are going to miss him. Right, Crookie boy? Are you my good Crook? Yeah? Yeah? You're such a brat. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Sit. Good. There he is. Okay. Okay, so Now I'm going to show you what I call mat work, and it's basically just a stay drill. And for right now, I'm using a raised bed, like a Kuranda bed, but after that, I would graduate him down to any kind of soft portable mat, and you would use this when you need him to sit and be calm, when you're taking him out in public, perhaps at a restaurant. You could put him next to your chair, have him sit and stay on the mat. Or whether he's in your home and you have company coming over, you could put him on your mat, have him sit and stay. And ideally, he will not get off until he's given permission. So we're going to walk through the double doors into the next room. I'm going to put him on his mat and show you how that goes. Should go. Let's go. Pressure up until he sits. Now as I open the door, if he goes to get up, I'm just going to continue to make him sit until I'm ready to move. Let's go. Now once I get to my mat, you can see I've got it here on the ground. I'm going to walk him onto it. I'm going to tell him place and then sit and stay. Let's go. Place, sit, stay. Now from here, anytime you relinquish control of the leash, you're going to loosen your tab and take the transitional leash off of his nose, drop the leash and tell him stay. And when you walk away, he should ideally stay on his mat. If he does come off for whatever reason, again, consistency is key. He is going to push his boundaries. I'm just going to use my body language to push him back on the leash or onto the mat. If he does come off of it completely, I'm not going to get frustrated. I'm just going to walk over, stay, and walk him right back onto it. With time and consistency, this should become very easy for him and he won't come off. Now the whole key to this is that he cannot get on it or off of it without permission. So this is not a bed, it is a training tool. When you're not using it, it goes up. When you do come to put it down, he can't get on it or off of it without permission. So when I'm ready to take him off of it, I'm going to come, loosen my tab, put the transition leash back over his nose, and then I'm going to tell him, let's go. He's going to immediately sit again, and this is just going to establish how I want him to behave. And then he'll stay while I pick up my mat, whatever I need to do, and then I will continue on my way. Let's go.
He does it every time. Oh,